Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I'm here with another Tuesday tip video tutorial. For my project today, we are making this card here, and it does feature the Country Home stamp set. This is a carry-over stamp set. It was in the 2018 holiday catalog, and it is still available for purchase. And I also wanted to show off the Country Floral Embossing Folder. So I pre-embossed this card in Whisper White cardstock. The Country Floral Embossing Folder is a level 1 reward for celebration, which ends in just under 2 weeks. So here is my embossed layer. It's Whisper White. It measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And what I did was I went ahead and colored in some of the flowers with my Stampin' Blends. So I just randomly picked the colors. So I picked Mango Melody and Poppy Parade, and you could do this any way you want. I have the dark Mango Melody and the light Poppy Parade. So what I did was just picked up in the embossing where I'm using the thicker side of my blend, and I just picked up where it's embossed, and I'm just going to color right over the top of it. I'm trying to keep my blend, if possible, on its side. And then where those flowers are, I just went ahead and kind of repeated. It's okay if it's a little messy. The blends bleed a little bit, so when you're coloring like this, it might not look perfect, and that's okay if it's a little on the messy side. It probably would be good to use an older blend because it's raised, it gets a little bumpy, and my tips are getting a little bent. But this is a color I don't use that much. So I put the mango behind because when you're coloring with blends, you kind of want to have scrap paper, and I didn't grab scrap paper before I started recording. So I'm trying not to color onto my stamping mat. So spring starts tomorrow, so I wanted to show this off with a nice fun spring card. I can't wait for spring to be here. I have had a cold for probably about 2 weeks now. I'm still fighting it. It's been quite the day today. I had jury duty this morning and 3 meetings for work, which I did make because I was dismissed from jury duty, so that worked out well. So after I have my mango down, I'm going to come with my Poppy Parade and just do the middles. So it's going to bleed a little bit, so if they're not perfect, it's okay. Some of the larger ones I'm going to cover up with a rhinestone. So this would be fun to do different colors. You could do the entire thing, color all the flowers, kind of will make it look like designer series paper. So now I can just adhere to my mango layer. My mango layer is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I just want to make sure there's equal sides around. Because it's embossed, it might not look perfectly symmetrical. Sometimes when you emboss a layer, it shrinks a little tiny bit on some of the sides, so I kind of feel like this happened on this card. So let's also come over and stamp the sentiment. I have a scrap of Whisper White. I'm going to bring over my Poppy Parade. And this is a very well loved stamp. press and hold for a minute since it's photopolymer. Hopefully that looks great. So you might have this happen as you find this little rectangle that's perfect for stamping this sentiment, but I actually want to cut it out with my everyday label punch. So what I do is I take a post-it note, attach it to the top, so then I have something to hang on to put inside my punch to punch out my sentiment. So let's just go ahead and get that in there. I am just going to make sure I'm straight. That looks about right. Once I'm in, press and punch out. So what I did is there's this kind of rose flower here in the embossing folder, and I'm going to cover that up with my punch and my ribbon. So I have an 8-inch piece of the silver metallic edge ribbon. I'm just going to fold it in half. But I'm also going to put a glue dot in the middle to kind of secure it where I want it. So let's fold it in half. And that's about the middle there. So I'll just come grab a glue dot. It doesn't matter if it's perfect because it's going to get covered up. And just kind of fold it in half. Now I'm going to put another glue dot behind here in the back. I want my edge, folded edge, to be over here. So I'm just going to kind of approximate that I want my greeting to go kind of over the middle. So I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. So let's grab a bunch. I think I did 6, 3, and 3. I don't want it to fall off, so be generous. The worst thing is you make a pretty card and then it falls apart later, so just remove the backs, and then we're ready to put this over the ribbon. So I want to try to get this centered here. I probably should be doing this after it's on my base, but it's okay. Kind of don't want to cover up my flowers if possible. And then I can just come over here and cut my ribbon tails at an angle. I'm just going to grab them both and give a snip. Okay. You can kind of, if you want to like offset them a little bit, that would be cute. I'm going to put the card to my base before I just add a couple rhinestones. Sometimes when it's embossed, I really try to make sure it's on there. Kind of like smush it in. Okay. So now I just picked 3 of the larger flowers. So here, here, and here. And I'm just going to come over and I have some of the smallest little rhinestones that I'm going to pop on. I've been having the hardest time with these things lately, so I was trying to use my take your pick earlier, and then it would flip over, and then I would grab it once it was flipped over. So whatever works to get these suckers on there. Okay, here we go. One more. And I'm not even sure where I'm going. I guess I'll go up here. So that's my project for this week. I hope you'll check out Celebration. Celebration does end March 31st, 2019. You can get this embossing folder, the Country Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. Say that 3 times fast. Free with a level 1 purchase of $50. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be back next week with another project to share.